I don't just tell black secrets. I tell white secrets too, because we all family. They don't lie to some of us, they lie to all of us.
Big deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed.
To have a conversation that's not being had. And I'm really sorry that these conversations are being had by a comedian. I wish, too, that it was a religious leader of some kind having this conversation, or somebody's politician talking about this stuff.
Katt Williams has never been one to hold his tongue, and that outspokenness is exactly what makes Hollywood uneasy around him. From his early 2000s comedy gigs to interviews that have gone viral in recent years, he has earned a reputation not merely as a performer but as someone who pulls back the curtain on the entertainment world, revealing truths many would rather keep hidden.
He said, I'm not doing this. You are not going to get a black man, a real black man, to agree to do this to another black man.
His run-ins with major figures such as Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Kevin Hart have fueled countless discussions, with his stubborn refusal to conform to Hollywood's expectations earning him both respect and scrutiny.
Martin tried to put me in my first dress. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's house too. I almost died. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive to real.
So, where did it all start? When Katt Williams first appeared on the comedy scene, audiences were captivated by his quick wit, bold personality, and knack for turning everyday hardships into hilarious storytelling. But beneath the humor, he was already charting his own course. Unlike many comedians focused on pleasing the mainstream, Williams wasn't afraid to expose Hollywood's darker truths. By the mid-2000s, his name had come to stand for more than just laughs. It had become synonymous with speaking truth to power.
So many funny people together in one room, all wondering the same thing. Is Katt Williams gonna show up? Oh, he's right there.
Williams hasn't shied away from calling out Hollywood for exploitation, especially toward black artists. He has maintained that the industry tends to elevate those who follow its rules while sidelining anyone who resists conforming. In numerous interviews, he shared that he had insider insight into the behind-the-scenes power dynamics most fans never witness, highlighting networks of gatekeepers, covert agreements, and favoritism that determine who succeeds and who gets muted.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again?
Katt Williams emerged as more than a comedian. He became Hollywood's outspoken whistleblower. From the start, his stage performances and interviews combined humor with a raw critique of the entertainment industry, blending sharp wit with social commentary. While audiences laughed at his observations on everyday life, Williams simultaneously warned about the darker forces shaping Hollywood. Yet, the media often dismissed him, portraying him as unstable or overly controversial, using parody skits and exaggerated portrayals to undercut his credibility. Williams never shied away from calling out corruption, exploitation, or favoritism in the industry, especially regarding black artists. He argued that those willing to conform were rewarded, while authentic voices who resisted were marginalized. He repeatedly exposed hidden power structures, secret deals, and networks of gatekeepers deciding who would succeed and who would be silenced. His early whistleblower role quickly sparked debates. His clashes with major figures like Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Kevin Hart made him both admired and feared. Williams accused Oprah of using her influence to suppress dissenting voices, alleging she tried to orchestrate boycotts against artists like 50 Cent. With Tyler Perry, he criticized casting practices and claimed Perry maintained control by excluding talented actors unwilling to follow his rules. And Kevin Hart, Williams argued, had become a safe representative of black comedy, benefiting from an industry-engineered rise that sidelined more genuine voices. Each feud reinforced Williams' image as someone willing to confront Hollywood's elite, no matter the personal cost. Williams' battles weren't limited to corporate moguls. He took on fellow comedians like Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer, accusing them of stealing material and building careers on recycled jokes while maintaining manufactured personas. In his view, Harvey and Cedric exemplified the industry's pattern, rewarding polished, marketable faces while diminishing originality and integrity. Williams doubled down on these accusations in interviews, emphasizing that comedy should reflect truth, not pretense. Despite the controversy, his stance gained him supporters who admired his courage to challenge established figures. Throughout the 2000s, Williams' persona as a truth-teller solidified. He called out systemic inequities in Hollywood while blending humor with social critique, making him polarizing but influential. Even his interactions with Dave Chappelle highlighted his complex role, at times praising Chappelle for walking away from a $50 million deal to protect his integrity, at other times questioning the motives behind such moves. Williams respected the act of resistance, framing it as a necessary fight against an exploitative system. In the end, Katt Williams became Hollywood's loudest whistleblower, not by avoiding controversy, but by leaning into it. He held a mirror to the entertainment world, revealing its inequities, double standards, and hidden hierarchies, all while keeping his comedy sharp, unfiltered, and fearless. His legacy is defined as much by his battles with the establishment as by the laughter he inspired, making him a complex, unforgettable figure in modern entertainment. On stage and in interviews, Katt Williams' words often cut through the laughter with an intensity that couldn't be ignored. He wasn't just making jokes when he criticized corruption, he was sending a warning about how the system really operated. While many audience members laughed along, there were plenty who sensed the gravity behind his humor. Early on, one of the most notable aspects of his whistleblower image was the media's reaction. Rather than engage with his critiques, many outlets painted him as erratic, difficult, or controversial. Saturday Night Live frequently parodied him, exaggerating his gestures and style. For Williams, these sketches weren't harmless fun. They felt like calculated attempts to discredit him and distract from the truths he was exposing about Hollywood. He had near opportunities to break into massive franchises, including being courted by James Cameron for Avatar, but disputes with peers and the industry often overshadowed potential collaborations. He publicly called out Steve Harvey for allegedly stealing jokes from Mark Curry, sparking debates across comedy circles. Williams argued that Harvey prioritized his media empire over real creative integrity. Some saw him as confrontational, others as courageous. To Williams, standing up for honesty in comedy meant challenging anyone, no matter how powerful. Even stories from his childhood, like the years he had to make do with brown boxes as Halloween costumes, highlighted a life of resourcefulness and resilience. By the late 2000s, Katt Williams had evolved into more than a comedian. He was a polarizing figure, part entertainer, part truth-teller, part agitator. His spotlight was a tool to reveal Hollywood's hidden flaws, not just to deliver laughs. Williams' clashes with high-profile figures like Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Kevin Hart only strengthened his whistleblower reputation. He accused Oprah of attempting to orchestrate boycotts to silence voices she didn't approve of, suggesting her influence extended far beyond daytime TV. He critiqued Tyler Perry's casting and production practices, arguing that favoritism and backroom deals stifled emerging talent. And with Kevin Hart, Williams claimed Hollywood positioned Hart as a safe, marketable figure, sidelining more authentic voices. These feuds weren't just gossip, they were examples of Williams challenging an industry that rewarded compliance over integrity. His conflicts with Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer further cemented his reputation for fearlessness. He accused them of stealing material and manufacturing credibility through false narratives. While Harvey and Cedric mostly stayed silent, Williams refused to back down, arguing that comedy should be about truth, respect, and originality. Even his relationship with Dave Chappelle was complicated. Williams admired Chappelle's refusal to compromise creatively but questioned whether his departure from a $50 million Comedy Central deal was entirely voluntary. Williams hinted that industry pressures might have influenced Chappelle's decision, sparking debates among fans. Chappelle responded indirectly, emphasizing unity among comedians rather than attacking one another, but the dialogue underscored how both men shared a critique of Hollywood, even if their methods differed. Williams' integrity extended to his film work as well. During the production of Friday After Next, 2002, he refused to perform a scene that he felt crossed moral boundaries. By challenging the script, he ensured the final cut stayed true to comedic ethics, demonstrating his commitment to principle over profit. This dedication also translated to his broader commentary on cancel culture, where he argued that accountability was often misplaced, targeting marginalized individuals rather than the true power holders. By the 2020s, Katt Williams had built a reputation unlike any other comedian. Loved by fans for his fearlessness and honesty, and feared by some celebrities for the same reasons, he became a figure that no one in Hollywood could ignore. From high-profile feuds to principled stands in his work, Williams proved time and again that he would risk everything to speak his truth. His presence commands attention, because when Katt Williams calls out corruption or dishonesty, the world listens. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Katt Williams' journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and comment below for more stories about the people who challenge the system and redefine comedy. Stay tuned for more truth behind the spotlight.